Firstly, what I want for you guys to do is to think about your purpose. Think about why you're here. Why do you wake up each and every day to do the things you do? I believe in everything you do, you should always have a purpose. The other day I was reading a book and this quote stood out in my mind. And it says, the successful person, they're willing to do the things unsuccessful people don't like to do. They might not like to do it either, but their purpose of doing the task is greater than anything else. So if there's no purpose in what you do, there's no point. I'm going to be real with you guys. I'm going to keep it real. But sometimes in life, there are going to come obstacles and challenges that are going to make you question your purpose. But it's up to you to remind yourself of why you started, why you're doing it. Let me tell you a little story about myself. I'm from a hardcore city in Jamaica. I know some of you, when you think about Jamaica, you might think about reggae music, Bob Marley, or even vacation, right? But where I'm from, it ain't no white sandy beaches or drinking margarita by the bar. I'm from a place of broken homes, broken dreams. The kids, they hang out on the streets until 2 a.m. and the men, they're too high to even care. I grew up the youngest of 7 children. And I remember many nights my mom had to sleep on a broken down cardboard box just to make space for us on the bed. I remember seeing my mama crying for the first time when I was in the 10th grade and I got my 4th suspension. And she was afraid that I was going to get expelled because 5 of my other siblings, they all got expelled. So now the responsibility was just left up to me and my sister to actually restore some pride to the family. However, in my high school, they were gracious enough to give me another chance because they saw potential in me. And from that day, I made a pact, I made a vow that I was going to always make my mama proud. That was going to be my purpose. That I was always going to make my mama proud. And so said, so done. I ended up graduating high school, and it just felt like I broke this vicious cycle that was on the family. Because my brothers, they never graduated high school. My daddy never went to high school. My grandpa never went to high school. And I'm pretty sure there's some of us in here who are first-generation high school graduates, first-generation college students. And what I want to say to you guys is just to hold strong. You're almost there. Don't let anything break you. When I graduated high school, I had a dream to study in America. I had a dream, but my last year in high school running track was a disaster. I was plagued by injury the whole season, so I couldn't even get a scholarship to the States. It was a painful experience watching everyone leave that summer to college, and I was the only one to get left behind. But I applied for a university in Jamaica, and I got accepted. But a part of me just didn't feel right. That didn't feel like my destiny. And here comes the part in life that says when you want something, never settle for less than what you actually want. So at the last minute, I decided I wasn't going to go. I was going to stay for a year and train and get my times better so I can get a full scholarship to the States. And I remember many days I showed up to practice with my stomach growling. I couldn't even hear the coach when he blew the whistle because my stomach would be so loud. But I'm here now. I made it. I'm here. And I'm not here standing before you as a perfect person, but as a broken person who has been through it and is here to tell you that you can do it too. If you want something, go get it. Don't let somebody tell you that you can't be the best journalist, the best art director, just because they couldn't do it. Just because they blew their chances, they're telling you that what you're chasing is impossible. Don't let anybody tell you that. Listen to how many seniors we have in here? Seniors, how many seniors? 1, 2. Listen to me, and listen very carefully. It's a very cold world out there with lots and lots of cynical people who are going to try to tell you that what you're pursuing is impossible. But the only way to overcome that is to be fearless. You've got to be fearless. You can't be afraid to fail. You can't be afraid to come up with new concepts and come out of your comfort zone. You can't be afraid. Let me tell you something. Fear will always try to convince you that it's real. But it's up to you to say you're not buying it. Then you're going to say, I'm not buying it today. Guess what? What we fear most only happens 1% of the time. Can you imagine if the weatherman down here in the valley was only right 1% of the time? Can you imagine that? Listen to me. If I had gave in to my fear, I wouldn't be here standing in front of you today. I wouldn't be in America. I wouldn't have tried the second time when I didn't get the track scholarship. I wouldn't have. But my greatest asset is that I've conquered fear. There's not a lot of hurt I can feel anymore. I've been broken, I've been battered, I've been bruised so many times, I'm immune to it. In 14 months, I lost my mom, my sister, and my grandma. And I can't forget the day when my dad sent me the text with just 2 words saying mom died. For days I couldn't eat, for days I couldn't sleep. I felt like dropping out of school because my GPA went from a 3.1 to a 1.1. But what kept me going, guys, you see what kept me going? Was that conversation I had on the phone the day before my mom passed. And she said, son, no matter what you do, make sure you graduate. I can't forget because she said it in Pato. She said, Mapitni, make sure you graduate and get a degree so you can wipe some shame out of we eye. And you know the beauty about life, guys? You know the beauty about life? No matter what happens to us, we all have a choice how we want to react. You can react negatively and be a victim of your circumstances and blame the world for everything that has happened to you. Or you can react positively and just say to yourself, I'm going to be okay. Just smile and say, I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. I'm going to get through this. As I look in this room today, I just see a room filled with brilliant minds. Trendsetters, trailblazers, people who are going to revolutionize this world in whatever field they're in. But what I would hate for to happen is for you guys to forget your purpose of why you're here, of why you started. That's why I want you guys, before I leave, I want you guys to take out a sheet of paper. I want you guys to take out a sheet of paper and write down 5 reasons of why you're doing what you're doing. 5 reasons why you're doing what you're doing. You can write it down, you can take a picture of it, you can save it as a screensaver, you can even print it out and post it in your wall. This is something that I've done for over a year, and believe you me, it has helped me tremendously. I guarantee if you follow this simple step, you can accomplish anything in this world. Anything at all you want to accomplish. The world is yours. I guarantee you. Thank you guys so much for having me. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.